Yes, hello Ulysses. And hello to you too. Welcome back. Welcome back to Powerwash Simulator 2. Not 1. 2. Yeah. Let's get to cleaning. Alright, first up, I did know our next job was going to be a kind of wide one. So I wanted to invest in the Prime Vista 2400. It does seem like, according to what it says, it does have a bit less power than the Urban XU2, but it says it has a wider area of effect. So I think I'm going to give it a shot. I do got a bit of funds here. Yeah. So I can get it basically fully kitted out because I never use the adaptable nozzle. So we'll try that out, see how that goes. What we'll be cleaning today is the airship with Jeff Jefferson the 13th. I trust you heard all about the disgraceful scenes at the site of that Fishman statue. Way too much fuss over what is frankly the theft of a couple of chunks of colored glass from a very old and very poor piece of art. Naturally, I responded immediately by sending my airship to reassure the gathering crowd. Well, between you and me, we were in the area anyway, notifying any desert-dwelling outliers of my victory in the county elections. I fucking hate Jeff Jefferson, dude. I didn't want to give him his cat back either. It's my cat now. Just whatever. Let's do this. Let's get started. Oh yeah, if I can just hop right onto the top of that. That is exactly where I want to be. Excuse me. See, that I can just. What, Jeff? You're already ruining. Would you take a look at the curious collage of befoulment, Dirt Finder? We must have flown through some kind of dirt cloud. We were spotless when we took off. Okay. With all that extra weight from the dirt, we were lucky to make it to the recreational grounds in one piece. Yeah, unfortunately, you made it, man. I don't know why I'm... He just rubs me the wrong way, really. As the vast majority of politicians do. Sorry, don't mean to get political, but... I feel like that's not even a hot take. Most politicians just rub me the wrong way. Piss me off. But I don't think that's probably what we'll be talking about today. What will we be talking about? I have no idea. I never plan it out. I never think beforehand. It just comes to me, really. You know, I really am a fan of tabletop role-playing games. Like, Dungeons and Dragons, Daggerheart, Pathfinder, Morkborg, all the Borgs, really. And I'm constantly hearing about new games as a result of kind of like gaining more friends in that space, you know? So then it's just like a vicious, not really vicious, it's not negative, but just like a cycle of getting into a new game, meeting new people who play that game, and then those people play other games, and then I learn about more games, you know. But man, it is a rather fun thing to just kind of pretend to be someone else for a bit, you know? Life is so unbearable at times, and it is very fun and engaging to just kind of be someone else for a little bit. Oh, sorry. God damn it. To just kind of be someone else for a bit, you know? And usually, I don't think there's any system that I've kind of really disliked yet. I've been very lucky to basically find all the systems that I try, I find very engaging. I think Dungeons and Dragons was my first one. A number of years ago now. I think almost 10 years maybe. And I heard about it through Critical Role. And I was like, oh, what is this Dungeons and Dragons thing, you know? And for a while, I would just be watching it and then just kind of figuring it out as they were playing it. But after a certain point, I like started picking up the books and really getting into it. God damn it! Yeah, oh yeah, I was really like far forward on that one, you know? Whatever. But, yeah, I would start to pick up the books. Oh, that's way faster to just climb the ladder. Picking up the books, really kind of deep diving into it. Having ready-made characters, and I would even be the dungeon master, or kind of like the referee / storyteller for her and some other family members. If you don't know who her is, stick around, linger longer. But yeah, it was a very engaging experience. But then for a while, I just kind of had to stop. We just never had the time, or it was basically a situation where the only way that I could play was if I was DMing, which is fine in some ways, but in other ways it's just like, damn, you know, like I wanted to play. And for a couple years, that's just kind of where it stopped. But a while later, met some new people, had a new position in life. And found a new place. A local game store, as they call it. And from there, it's just like, oh man, I met all sorts of new people. That's where like everything that I'm talking about, where like, oh, I meet someone and they introduce me to new things. That's where like all that happened for me. Was just at this local game store. And it was an incredible time, and just there's just something about just kind of playing pretend and being in this other world for a bit. You know? It lets you kind of be a bit of a storyteller, create your own journey along with everyone else, you know? And then I discovered Daggerheart, and Daggerheart was like it was even more in the direction that I wanted. Where it was like, it really let the players be as much of a creative force as the dungeon master, the game master. And to me, that was just incredible. And then I just love the way that, what, Jeff? I, for one, will not be blaming the security force for the heist of the gems. Okay, dude. It's an elite unit, and how anyone got past him is almost beyond imagination. Yeah, dude, who could have done that, you know? Also, don't we all switch off from time to time? I don't know what that even means. Like, I mean, we just go on autopilot? If you're a security guy, shouldn't that not be happening? Whatever. What do I know? And then from Daggerheart, I explored other avenues. I checked out Morkborg, and Morkborg is like, it feels so incredibly different, despite that it shares so many similarities, like mechanically, with other tabletop role-playing games. I think it's just so much of the style is so far removed from everything else. Like, Dungeons and Dragons and Daggerheart are pretty traditional, kind of high fantasy. You know, you're the heroic heroes, here to, you know, stop the dragon from terrorizing the village or save the people from the clutches of the evil, whatever, you know. And then in Morkborg, you're just like, hey, the world's gonna end, and maybe you believe in a false god, or maybe you're trying to bring it even faster to an end. You know, it was an incredibly different experience. One that I did very much click with. Like, it just touches this kind of different part of my brain. And man, sometimes it just and the people that I would play it with, they would be so rewarding to kind of experience it with. It really showed me more that, like, opening up and kind of being more expressive is definitely the way that I need to try to be, despite how hard that could be sometimes. It is very hard for me to sometimes be very expressive. There's often a lot of, you know, bad... Sorry, fixing my headphones. There's a lot of, like, bad self-talk that just kind of takes place whether I want it to or not, you know? And it makes it hard to want to have a certain level of kind of openness. Because it does require a bit of openness, at least the way that I play these games. Like, I'm trying to, you know, experience something and share different sides of myself, because it's almost inevitable that once you kind of make a character, that it is a little bit of you. You know, some avenue of who you are that you just kind of put into this. And then to play as them in this, you know, world, it's it can be daunting at times, you know. It can definitely leave you feeling a bit vulnerable. But like I mentioned, the more that I inadvertently have been kind of forced to just push past that, the more I've kind of been rewarded for that. And I always felt very lucky to have that experience, you know. I've had very few really negative experiences kind of exploring my local game scene, you know. I've been very lucky to find a few people that I really gel with. A lot of people? Did I say that right? I was so busy cleaning. I found a lot of people that I really gel with. Which makes me feel incredibly honored. Alright, what else can I really clean up here? I don't know. Jump back out here then. You know, it's a very different kind of experience to, you know, I am a gamer, as I'm sure you can probably tell, you know, with all the different, you know, I have a YouTube channel that is entirely dedicated to Let's Plays. I have another YouTube channel that is only about, for now, basically, Warhammer 40,000 Darktide, which is another video game, you know. And that one I am so dedicated to that I've even started to share my own builds and make guides for new players who kind of might need a bit of help. You know, so I am a gamer, as they would say, but it's such a different feeling when you're doing like a kind of tabletop thing. It feels much more collaborative in a way that even like games that are kind of inherently collaborative don't feel, you know. I think it's the real like pretend aspect. And it's like a bit of problem solving in there. There's even bits of like romance, you know. Like, who knew when I was first checking out Critical Role all those years ago, and I'd be like, oh, this will one day like help me get even closer with her, you know, because we would kind of share this interest in this game and this storytelling method. And you know, it is wild how you can have characters and they can fall in love and it feels similar but separate to everything that's outside, you know. Like, you know, when me and her have fallen in love when we're our characters, it's wow, it's such an incredible experience. It's like, oh, I can really I can fall in love again with you, you know. I can encounter these other sides of you and show you these other sides of me, you know. Because like I mentioned, once you're really making characters, almost every character is going to have a bit of you in it. So it's so wild to meet these other versions of the person that you love, you know. New job is available, okay. Axel Lumix, how soon can you get to Fumarole, boss? Either this seized up cement truck comes unstuck or I do. Yeah, sure, I can take care of that. And depending how much longer this takes, I might even be able to take care of that right now. go. And let me go down a bit. Yeah, like right here. No, damn it. I'll always do that. There we go. I really think that tabletop role-playing games are like this incredible thing that I wish more people would like connect with, you know? But everyone has their own things and their own stress relief and the things that they connect with, you know? I'm sure the same way I get this enjoyment out of this, someone else gets a similar enjoyment out of something that I find absolutely horrid. You know? Damn. There we go. Nice. There's that whole side. Let's yeah, let's go kind of for the back side here. Oop, I'm gonna go up a bit. Oh, damn it. Didn't mean to press that. We'll readjust and get a little closer to the mic. Yeah. I do think it is so strange how we all have like our own things, you know? Our own ways to push through everyday life. Our own stress relievers, our own bits of fun, you know? There's always something that you do that just kind of helps everything to make a bit more sense, you know? So much of the world just doesn't make sense to most everyone, you know? It is just so incredibly frustrating the way the world is. I think it all goes back to the thing I talk about sometimes of everyone's life is as unique as your own, you know? Everyone's life is filled with as much drama and hardship as your own. I just feel like everyone gets so caught up on like little things, you know? I think that was always one of my favorite parts that George Carlin would sometimes joke about. It was like a series of kind of observations. It was a big shift from most of the rest of his jokes and humor, where it was exclusively just kind of observational style, you know? Well, I guess the rest of it is observational style, but I guess it's a bit kind of hacky, weird material that is very different from the rest of what he worked on, which is like, isn't it weird how when you're laying on a pillow and when you close one eye, it's down here, and then when you close the other eye, it jumps up. You know? Like, it's such a... Oh, someone's in my eye. Apologies. It's such a weird thing that, like, is true that I feel like most people at one point or another would be like, yeah, what is that? What is causing that to happen? What is doing that, you know? It is just like a kind of funny observation that almost everyone shares, you know? I feel like I remember Tim Cook doing a similar thing, but it was a bit more vulgar. It's like everybody cries and everybody takes painful shits. We've all been on that toilet clutching the wall. What, Jeff? One thing I think we can all agree on is that the statue is practically worthless now, so there's 0 point in a security force hanging around. I mean, isn't that convenient? Tell you something else, I won't miss paying to get that darn statue cleaned every single day. I bet, dude. Fucking politicians, dude. Sorry. I don't mean to get political. But yeah, it's I always loved those little bits of those bits and kind of style of humor. Oh, it's kind of like way uncentered. Yeah, that's not as off-center. I'll stick with that. It really helps to alleviate a lot of the tension that those who are more politically minded and active kind of live in, you know? It's like, oh yeah, there is like a person, you know? We're all just like people. And that can really help to like kind of bring down the temperature, as it were, you know? So that whole front is done, yeah? Oh, it's that ring. Okay, I see. So like that side. Okay. Seems like I got one whole side done, so. Now I just got to do the other side. No, I didn't mean to jump. I meant to place it, but thank you. God damn it. I don't know why I do that. Whatever. But anyway, how have you guys been? Hope things have gotten better for you. If not, then I hope things haven't gotten worse. And if they have, then I hope you're able to get through it. Remember that the whole world is pulling for you. Generations and generations of people lived and died to get you here. You are not alone. No matter how much it may feel like that, no matter how much others might put you down just for existing, you're never alone. You are one out of billions. And even if 1% of those people are like you, that's still hundreds of thousands of millions of people. Maybe that number was a bit exaggeratory, but at least millions. You know? Millions of people who share in the struggles that you share in, go through the things that you go through. Not exactly you, because you're you. There's no one else. You know, just you. But they're going through something similar. They have experiences that you could draw on. You know? Things that you could check out, process, and understand, you know? That's what I try to take from a lot of history and people's perspectives. I find myself asking for people's perspectives a lot more these days. Sorry. And I reach for something. You know, as I grow older and older, I find myself very aware of the lack of knowledge that I have in certain areas. Oh, is that my dog? One sec. I'll go see what's got him so riled up. Sorry about that. I'm not sure what he was upset about. Didn't hear nothing, didn't see nothing. Maybe just smelled something far away, or maybe a neighbor was doing something silly, you know? And he was over there like, oh no you don't, bro. There's no way you're gonna do that right next to me, dude. That's not gonna work for me, brother. But yeah, everything is all cool. And yeah, you're not alone. I know it's so incredibly easy to feel like you are. Sometimes everything is just putting you down constantly, you know? It is so hard to feel any sort of connection to others, you know? The world itself is coming down on you, you know? At least that's how it feels. The universe is telling you specifically to go fuck yourself, you know? But I think that's just the nature of things, you know? It's the way it goes. Hardship comes, calamity comes. People don't understand you. You don't understand them. Words have different meanings to different people. That's what I've been dealing with a lot lately. All over my job at work, it's constantly a thing where I feel what I perceive to be a very direct question, but people just don't understand what I'm saying. And I'll have to we'll have to take time to really pull apart what's up. Parkour and DG, what are you doing hosing down an airship in the middle of my recreation grounds? The mayor told me to. Jeff Jefferson, please take care not to spray any flecks back onto the bandstand. We can't afford any dirtification this close to the festival. Oh, hi, Ulysses. Yeah, I'm not gonna get your bandstand dirty, dude. I just cleaned the thing. Yeah. And even in just my day-to-day life, I feel like so much miscommunication is based off of the way I'm speaking and the way that the person listening speaks is so different, you know. The words that we use mean different things to both of us. Our thought processes don't line up. I think that's this whole thing, eh? Think so. I think it's just this bottom part then. Yeah. Man, that can be a big source of frustration. And I have a few other struggles that do not help with that. Come. Okay, whatever. Oh my god. It is so hard to not feel completely alienated when people do not understand what you're saying. Especially for me, I struggle with certain mental proclivities that make any sort of negativity much worse than what it really is. It is incredibly hard to not completely spiral and start catastrophizing. You know? Stupid chair. But I'm trying. And that is all we can really do. Is try. Continue going forward, continue putting in effort. Having hope that it will someday pay off or be rewarded in some way, you know? Universe ain't exactly made for that sort of thing, but I think that hope is a big part of what can get you through the day. And I'd be lying if I said that I didn't have that hope inside me, you know? That all, in the end, it'll all be evened out. All that effort will have meant something, you know? go. I just saw some. There we go. Okay. I guess this, huh? I hope that some of what I'm saying makes sense. I definitely am kind of like talking about one thing and then that leads to another thing and that leads to another thing and that leads to another thing. I hope that what I'm saying makes sense. You know? And if it doesn't, oh well, I tried. I think almost everything that I ever try to say is just to try to be helpful in some way. You know, I want to express my own ideas and ideals, and I just hope that it can help someone, you know. Which I think is what most people are. They want to be helpful. They want to be perceived as useful, whether that is innate or just pressured into you by society, you know. It's hard to know how much of what humans are in this modern age, modern era, is just innate to us or from societal pressures, you know. And it feels like anytime anyone tries to be like, try to reference history to kind of assert things, that it is almost through a very specific angle and not rose-tinted glasses or cherry-tinted glasses, but their own tinted glasses, you know. Everything that they're saying is for their own angle, you know. Anytime anyone wants to reference hunters and gatherers or what people used to be, it's not really the reality, because people were always messy and weird. You know. It was always hard to understand people. It's not a new thing. I'm just great. Like, it used to be like incest was like the way to go, you know. You had to keep the bloodline pure, man. What a fucking nightmare. So yeah, I want to help out in my own way. Do things that I like to do. I do feel very blessed in some ways to be able to do what I do, you know? To be in a position with the job that I am forced to undertake because of the society that we live in, that I have the time to pursue my own interests and goals. I have the time to be my own person. What is up there? No. This one. Envelope. Envelope ring. Oh, I see a little bit right there. Side body. Oh, I see. Just get a fucking ladder. Trusky, what are you doing? Should I being a dumbass? What if I jump for it? Like, just get a fucking ladder. What are you doing? Look, I'm doing it again. I'm just doing it again. There we go. Nice. Let's check out the time lapse. Again, I went to the entire other side. Not bad. Excellent work, Dirt Finder. Next stop for my airship, the wonderful industrial town of Fumarole, to kick off my tour of the county. To be honest, I'll be glad to get that out of the way. They love me there, of course, but they're very in your face, which is why I'll be remaining 4,000 feet up. And don't think I've forgotten about my cat. You'll be hearing from my lawyers. Go fuck yourself, Jeff Jefferson. Let's get back to home base. Start that next job. I think we got enough time for that. Should be a pretty quick one. So, how to unpack all this? As far as I could tell, there are only 2 A Lumoxes in the entire world, but we both live in the same county with entries in the same recruitment directory. Melts the mind, I know. I'm Axel Lumix, hairstyle extraordinaire. The other A Lumix is Arthur, who's a temporary supervisor specializing in mining ops. Guess which one of us got called to run things here for the day? I guess so, yeah, it's pretty wild. Damn. Ooh, can I see you, motherfucker. Can I, No, I can't. Damn it. Invisible wall. Oh, hello. Alright. Turn on some Metrum. Oh, okay. Can I just... So this morning I get a call from an agency asking me to get myself to a mine at Mount Rushless. That's weird, I think. But then I think, don't be judgy McFrowners saying that miners need haircuts too. Yeah, that's true. Well, nice of him to come. This game is so weird, and much longer than I thought it'd be. I don't remember the first game being quite this long. But I guess if you're going to do a sequel, you know, do it up big. Do it right. So I drive out here, all excited at the possibilities, but when I arrive, they immediately pop a hard hat on me. Yeah, that's got to be very confusing. Not only is that extremely rude, but also, do you realize how long it took to get my pompadour popping like this? Yeah, man, pompadours are hard to manage. Come on. Get over here, you little son of a bitch. Come on. I don't know what is still dirty on it. Yeah, it's just like little bits and pieces here. There we go. Let's get this, this dirt off. Oh, dude, damn it. I did it again. That's okay. Oh, yeah, that'll work. Wow, it's black? Damn. That is such a change of color. Get these tires all popping. Gotta make sure we get this whole thing coated, you know. What's up, Axel? So I phoned my agency guy and he explains that he's booked the wrong Lumix. Well, that happens. Fantastic, I think. Now what? Well, seems like you just got to work if you're the one who contacted me. Well, you know, good on you. It's good on you to kind of enter this uncertain situation and take it on the chin, so to speak. Yeah. All right. Okay. Think that little section is done. Let's continue. Damn. That's a tough one. But I got the thing for it, man. This seems like pretty stuck on stuff, so I'll stick with using this one. Oh, that's the lightweight one. Let me get this one. Here we go. The Urban UX2. The ultimate in medium-duty power washers. It's really hard to feel like at peace these days, you know? That's too close. It really is, but I'm trying. Trying to find what little bits of peace that I can get and stick with them. That is much easier said than done. Much easier said than done. You know? I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just, I was cleaning things, man. I don't know. What's up, Axel? Agency guy tells me to improvise. He says that 92% of any job is just one big confidence trick. That's not entirely wrong, but... Well, I could do the Fandango before I could walk, so confidence is one thing I do have. Okay. Why not just... Whatever. What do I give a shit? Why not just tell her, hey, that's not me? But whatever. I guess if, you know, if it's something you want to try and you're having fun with it, why not, I guess. You know? There we go. Come on. Get this thing nice and coated. all these angles, this job is like pissing me off. There's so many like weird, difficult little angles. It is cool how much of a night and day difference it is, but man, like, come together a pop-up hairdressing salon and treat all the guys and girls to a spanking new angle. You should have seen them after deep conditioning. Okay. Like leaping lambs on a spring morning. Damn. Sounds good. This is part of the truck bin? There we go. This is not as easy as I thought it'd be. It is kind of like tedious. It's just all the little, like I said, little odds and angles and what have yous, so on and so forth. You know. Like, jeez, man. There we go. There we go. Come on. I got you. Get everything spotless. And I gotta do this part here. Okay. See something. Drum support ring. Okay. All right. I don't. Hello? Drum support. It's that. Yeah. I don't see anything on that though. Oh, there it is. Nice. Okay. Got mostly the front left. All right, let's get this baby sparkling. Oh man, it's just white. Crazy. I don't know why I'm like, of course it's gonna be a completely different color, but I don't know. It just catches me off guard. You know? I don't know. Like one of those reaction people, you know. You know. I don't know. I'm having a good time. All right, I'm cleaning. I'm amazed. Go. A little bit of soap. A little bit of soap on that. Should clean that right up. Get a little bit of soap on the undercarriage. Undercarriage will get clean right up. A bit of soap right there in your undercarriage, and should take care of it. I don't know why I'm doing voices or why I've been a little less talkative for this one. I think I'm just a little tired, you know. Work has been stressful. This work has been stressful. But I'm managing. I feel like everything is stressful these days. But I'm managing, and so is everybody else, you know, slowly but surely. Fortunately, though, we got a bit carried away and left one of the mixers running. The cement dried, hence you're here. Oh, okay. Agency guy said if I didn't fix the sitch, they'd dock my pay for a year. No, ouch you very much. Okay. That one stunned my brain for a second. Who am I kidding? My brain, I'm always getting hung up on things. words are just in a regular order, the regular lettering. My brain is still just like, I don't know. You sure about that? Stand. Thank you. There we go. Oh, they got one of these little teddy bears. I always see those. Whenever there's like a big truck or something, yeah. Hello, little fella. Alright. This little section. I think that's it, right? I think so. Cab body. Cab rear panel. Cab chute extension. Oh, there we go. Is this Jet and Flo's Angels? I need a hand flipping my farmhouse. A whole ass farm. Sure. I'll be there in a couple days. Oh, chair's being so loud today. This is Arthur Lumix, the actual temporary supervisor at Fortunes of Mine. Public access to this mine is strictly prohibited, and you shouldn't have been here. We need to sign an NDA to that effect, and trust that you'll destroy any videographic evidence of your work. That said, the cleaning itself is outstanding. Please don't speak of this. Please don't speak of any of this to anyone ever. Go fuck yourself, dude. Really? What do you... I cleaned your fucking cement truck. Jesus. Do some nice things for people. Hey, bro, what are you doing here? What do you think you're doing here, bro? Shut up. You're kind of annoying. I think I'm going to save up for this cat table. Cat chair lounge. That is good, though. I like this. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to save up. Yes. And then I'm going to absolutely ruin it. Soak it to the bone. Nice. Can I bring that up here? No. There? Come on. Alright. Have it be in the corner. The cats like to lay in the sun, so. Get it like right there. If I can, and they'll be chilling, and then they'll be next to the piano, you know? You know. Come on, buddy. Yep, there you go. Beautiful day. Anyway, thanks for being here, friends. Hope you enjoyed this power wash. Hope you enjoyed all the what have yous and whatnots. Thanks for being here. Remember, you're strong, you're important, you matter, you're special. Don't suffer in silence. Seek help if you need help. You bring goodness to the world. You'll get stronger, it'll get easier. And with that, I'll catch you in the next one, I guess. Make sure to like it if you want. Subscribe if you want more Powerwash Simulator 2. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.